Every financial advisor's technical skills will be replaced by AI in the next 5 years. Every technical skill, that's not a misspeak, that's not a typo. Every technical skill will be done by AI in the next 5 years. And the advisors, the ones who thrive, they won't just be the ones who leverage AI to its full capacity, but they'll be the ones who also strategically leverage one key differentiator. Over the next 9 minutes, I'm going to share with you how to leverage AI in a powerful way as an advisor and what the one differentiator will be that will forever set you apart in your marketplace no matter what technology does next. Hi, I'm Jon Cook. I'm the founder of Keynote Content, helping expert voices like yours to slash through the noise, to position yourself as a preeminent expert and amplify that message to a larger audience through speaking opportunities. So for some context, I started working with these AI-centric programs for marketing, for sales, for business operations. I started with these back in 2016. And with almost a decade of AI-focused experience, I'm telling you right now, every financial advisor needs to rethink what's possible with AI. And if you're thinking, oh, it's just ChatGPT and being able to put together a great response and social media posts, that's child's play compared to the actual capabilities of AI. I had that same belief when I first was looking at AI, and I had to have my mind completely expand compared to what I thought was possible because of what I saw the capabilities are right now. And you might be thinking, but Jon, my broker dealer, they won't allow me to use these AI programs unless they're already approved in-house. And I get it, I understand those expectations and those parameters, but your broker dealer likely won't have that much of a choice in the very near future. I'm talking in less than 12 months, your broker dealer likely will have to say, no, we have to allow certain AI programs, even ones that are not in-house, because of the demands and the market competition. And your expertise, it is already being automated if you're a financial advisor. If you're an advisor, investment advisor, retirement advisor, whatever your OSJ allows you to call yourself, your expertise is already being automated. Think of the capabilities of these AI programs, these platforms. These are already designed to replicate your technical expertise without this human interaction, without human interference or emotion. Think of TradeGPT. It's already gaining this amazing, tremendous momentum as a prompt engineered trading platform. You've heard about it. You've already seen how it does. It's only going to get better. Think of the financial planning software that's already out there. It's already integrating these full AI capabilities to create hyper-specific, comprehensive financial plans in less than 5 minutes. How long would it take you right now? An hour? 2 hours? Now, these are not brand new programs. These are not brand new platforms. They've already existed for several years, but the difference is in how close they are in the actual mastery of these technical skills. These AI programs are getting closer and closer to surgically precise accuracy with their technical capacities. Your team will automatically change over the next 5 years. Your office manager, your client relations manager, whoever the person is, your BOA who handles all your calls, all your inbounds, it's their greatest skill right now is likely Microsoft 365 or Teams or how to use Zoom or how to work your calendar. Their greatest skill, that will not be it in the next 5 years. Their most in-demand skill for an office manager inside an advisory business will be prompt engineering and AI ecosystem architecture. Their ability to tell all of the AI agents in your advisory firm what to work on next and to give them feedback and give more training, updated training, data to work on with those agents, and then delivering that information to the right parties based on the outputs from the prompts. That will be their greatest skill. And by the way, that's if there's still a need for a human to be your office manager inside your firm, which I'm not convinced that there will be a need for that. So as more and more advisors are leveraging AI, where are the limitations? Advisors, they'll feel compelled or feel empowered, however you want to see it, to use AI. And the question is, what will make you different? What will set you apart? And in the next 2 minutes, I'm going to share with you the one differentiator that will consistently set you apart from every other advisor, no matter what technology does next. But before we go there, the reality is that advisors who don't leverage AI, they will be like the people who used to print off their emails when email first started becoming mainstream. The guys who print off the email to read the email to have their assistant write a response. It will be just like those guys, because the advisors who do not use AI will lose more and more of their book to advisors who do use AI in a clear, distinct way. So where does that leave you as a financial advisor? What is the best way for you to use AI as a financial advisor? And Steve Jobs, one of the co-founders of Apple, he was once asked, what do you do at Apple? He didn't have a strong tech background. He wasn't a programmer, he wasn't a coder, he wasn't a designer. He didn't have all these other production details, all these different skills that you expect to see. So Steve, you aren't a coder, you aren't a programmer, you aren't a designer. What do you actually do here at Apple? And Steve responded, he said, I'm the conductor. I play the orchestra. Now, ego aside, especially Steve Jobs' ego aside, there is absolute truth inside that answer to how you as a financial expert need to be positioning yourself in this AI revolution. With the right ecosystem, we'll call it a group of AI agents who are circling you inside your advisory business, you will have the full potential to meet or beat any advisor's performance. Any advisor's alpha, you will have the ability to do that because of your AI agents, regardless of your background, regardless of your experience level. You're not a financial advisor nearly as much as you are a conductor of financial management agents inside your control. And that shift of going, I have to be the one who has all the answers, shifting that from being the one who feels like you have to have all the answers to the one who happens to have all the access, that will change how you see your role. And as you surround yourself with more and more of these AI agents, custom GPTs, custom AI processes, they have otherworldly capabilities on the technical side of things. You don't have to worry about your technical skills nearly as much as how do you set yourself apart. If we all have the same capabilities, then what makes us different? What will help you stand out as a preeminent expert in your space? What sets you apart from other advisors? The answer is your message, how you talk about what you do. That will be the greatest differentiator in your advisory business in the next few years. Connection, real human connection with a human advisor who can feel what you feel, who speak from experience, and not just of this library of knowledge. That is the new currency for investors and advisors. So with this host of these AI agents, all these amazing programs doing all the technical work in your firm, how are you going to share your value, your perspective, and build trust and connection with investor clients? By telling what you do in a clear, powerful, and organic way. What does that include? It includes not just why you became a financial advisor, but why do you stay an advisor? It also includes your process. What does it look like to work with you beyond the technical work, beyond the trades and the asset allocation, the portfolio? Beyond that, what does it look like to work with you? Where do we start working together? If I'm an investor client, where do we start working together? What can I expect next? What's the step-by-step plan, process, framework, what do you call it, so clients can know, I'm not alone in this. Because financial success, that will become less and less fleeting, less and less of a guessing game as more and more humans lean into this kind of, I call it agentic-driven investing opportunities. The more that we use AI inside the investing actual experience, the less and less it's going to be a challenge to actually reach financial success. But what will also become even rarer is advisors who will be there for investors on this journey as humans talking with humans. So there are two key areas that every financial advisor needs to invest in yesterday. The first area is understanding what is the right usage of AI inside my advisory firm using AI. What are the best use cases? What is the functions, the different processes I need to have? Where does it make sense to integrate AI into what we do as a firm? I recommend the first thing you do is you start with a use case. What do you want AI to do inside your firm? And then you create a somewhat messy version, and then you can iterate from there. See if you can reach out to like your OSJ, your compliance rep, whatever your kind of oversight group is. What resources do they have that are already pre-approved for use inside your advisory firm when it comes to AI? What are those resources? Lean into those first, and then see what works for you. But the second best investment, besides learning about AI and where it really fits inside your advisory firm, the second best investment that you need to make yesterday as a financial advisor is in your message, your market differentiation. This is articulating your origin story and your staying power story. Why did you become a financial advisor? That answer is likely not that interesting, but why do you stay a financial advisor? And how are you telling that story in a fresh, powerful way? Why do you stay doing what you do? What is fueling your fire to get out of bed compared to when you first started as an advisor? So if you're just staying around for a solid paycheck, that is a hard reason to stick around. That is not strong enough for you to stick around through the toughest moments, through any market conditions. The paycheck is not enough as an advisor. And another detail you need to lean into is with that message is what's your proprietary process? Part of packaging your message into a strong, compelling differentiator is also having a well-documented process. And if you don't have your process that's well-documented, well-designed, that will be a huge red flag in the next 6 to 12 months. Create your process now and then get clear on what every step in your process is. Why is it in that order? Why does it matter? And what is the promised experience that you want your clients to get by going through your process? Can't promise results, especially in past performance. No indicator, no guarantee of future results. It's not talking about results, but it's about the experience. What's the promised experience that you can offer your clients through your process? So one concern that I'm hearing over and over again from advisors is, Jon, if I use AI for basically everything I do, won't I become expendable? Won't I just become, well, you're just human capital at that point. We don't really need you. We can have this other process basically automate even the conversation side of things. Now, hear this from me. I love using AI to automate and manage so many in my business, but I do it to automate everything outside my exact zone of genius. What does that do? That frees me up to focus as much of my time, as much of my energy as possible into what I'm uniquely capable of performing. What do I uniquely bring to the conversation, the table? I have AI do so much of everything else, so I can put the best of my energy, the best of my focus into that exact lane. Do you need to be the one who's finding these investment opportunities or drafting a financial plan or structuring a portfolio? If that's you, then you're likely going to be falling behind because of all these AI capabilities. But if you need to be the human in the development loop, the human who stays in the conversation, who can bring a human perspective, who can make edits based on your perspective, based on your experience, and you can focus more on your time connecting with people, that will give you a true advantage, and you trust AI to do so much more of the technical things. You will have a stronger advisory business. You will create a more powerful legacy. You will optimize the time you have with clients by using AI well. But that connection will matter even more if you can share the best version of why you do what you do and why you keep doing what you do with a clear, differentiated process. So you focus on those two areas, implementing AI with the best use cases right now, to the full extent on the technical side of things, and then focus on having a strong, compelling version of your purpose as an advisor. You focus on those two areas and you will win big as a human advisor in an AI-driven investment world. And if you like what I shared today, please give us a thumbs up and hit subscribe to catch more of my videos about how to cut through the noise and stand out as a preeminent expert in your space. One of the biggest questions that I see from advisors all over the place is that so many advisors all sound the same. If I read through 5 different investment advisor or retirement advisor websites, they all sound the same. Why is that? Well, I created a video walking you through the 3 biggest reasons why that is, and it's not your compliance department's fault. And I'll also give you solid steps that you can take right now to start standing out more as an advisor in that video. So hit play and I'll see you there.